As tour director, it was amazing to watch our youth just love with such intentionality. At first, I didn't know what to expect leading up to the event. We hadn't done anything like this before. This was a trailblazing experience. But I really feel like God rewarded our group so immensely for just abiding in that spirit of unhesitant obedience.
Getting to do the drama camp at the VBS was so much fun. We had so many little kids, and just to teach them that whatever you do in arts and in life, you can do it for the Lord.
So I guess the biggest part of Akron that stood out to me was we were all having devotionals one morning, and Pastor Jeff, he was the pastor for First Akron Assembly, he shared us just a personal testimony, and what he told us was, I would rather look a fool and obey God than miss out on an opportunity and to witness God and His work. And that's always something I've been scared of, is looking foolish or being embarrassed, but I've just been repeating that to myself over and over after we've gotten home from the trip, was just, I'd rather look a fool and obey God than to miss out on an opportunity to witness His work.
So one morning we were reading through John 3 and 4, and there was a specific verse that stood out to me, and that was John 4:6, which says, Jacob's well was there. So Jesus, wearied as he was from his journey, was sitting beside the well. It was about the 6th hour. And that just spoke to me, the way that it's so plainly written that Jesus was weary. And I just related to that from all the times that I'm weary, and the way that he humbled himself, and it's written clearly that he felt that, and he felt everything that we feel, even being who he is. And I think that's a really good connecting point, especially in evangelism, and especially with the people of Ohio, who a lot of them are really bored and running from God in various ways. So I think it's a good way to relate to them, just being weary and being on their level the same way Jesus did with us.
When I was laying in bed and I was thinking how passionate my generation is, passionate about media and sports and all these different things, and they're better at them than any other generation ever has been. So why aren't they better at loving Jesus? So then I thought, you know what, it's kind of up to me, and it's up to Legacy, and it's up to young believers to plant that seed, because the passion is there, the harvest is ripe. We just need to be there to plant the seed.
My favorite part of the trip was the worship that we had together. Every morning we would get up and just enter into this worship that was just amazing. One of the days we had a drum circle downtown. We got to partner with the local youth group at the church that we performed at. And it was so amazing. Like, I felt like it was a piece of heaven.
The number one thing I would highlight for sure is the fellowship we had with other believers. I mean, we knew the youth group that we went in there to serve with, but we didn't know the other youth group and the other kids that we would be having fellowship with. And it was an awesome example of how the body of Christ is supposed to act with each other. We all had one goal in mind, and we all had one mind, and we were really just seeking God and striving to find the lost and be the hands and feet of Jesus.